She made us laugh. She made us cry. She made us feel. But behind that witty smile and sharp British charm was a woman who lived through more pain than most of us ever knew. You know her as the fierce Professor McGonagall from Harry Potter, or as the sharp-tongued Dowager Countess from Downton Abbey. But do you really know the woman behind the legend? What was her secret fear she never spoke of? Why did she once say, "I don't know what the future holds, but I'm not afraid anymore," just before she vanished from the spotlight? This is the story of Dame Maggie Smith. A journey through greatness, struggle, and quiet strength. And once you hear it, you'll never forget it. Before Hollywood, before Hogwarts, there was just a young girl named Margaret Natalie Smith, born in 1934 in Essex, England. She didn't grow up in fame or luxury. She grew up with big dreams, a shy nature, and an undeniable fire in her soul. At the age of 17, she joined the Oxford Playhouse, not for fame, but because the stage was the only place she felt alive. She once said, acting wasn't a choice, it was a way to survive. And though she didn't have the classic beauty of a movie star, she had something better, presence. The moment she stepped on stage, people stopped and stared. In the 1960s, her brilliance exploded onto the screen. She won her first Academy Award for the prime of Miss Jean Brodie in 1969. The world finally noticed what the stage already knew. That Maggie Smith was unforgettable. And America? America fell in love with her soul. From her roles in California Suite, Hook, and Sister Act, to her deeply emotional performances in A Room with a View and the Best Exotic Marigold Hotel, she became a household name across the United States. She wasn't just an actress. She was a voice of elegance, pain, wit, and wisdom all wrapped in one. And then came the role that would make her immortal. In 2001, Dame Maggie Smith became Professor Minerva McGonagall in Harry Potter. To a whole new generation, she wasn't just an actress, she was magic. Strict, powerful, fair. And beneath it all, deeply kind. But what most fans didn't know, was that while filming Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, Maggie was quietly battling cancer. She was undergoing chemotherapy during filming, often in pain, often exhausted. But she never stopped. She said, "I had to keep working. I had to feel alive." That wasn't acting. That was real-life courage. Then came Downton Abbey. Another legendary role. Another unforgettable presence. She brought dignity, humor, and razor-sharp wit to every line. But slowly, quietly, she began to step back. After Downton Abbey's final season, something changed. No red carpets. No interviews. No new films. Just silence. In 2019, Maggie gave one of her last major interviews. She said, "I feel like I haven't really acted at all. I just sat there and said lines." To her, maybe the spark was fading. But to us, she was still a light that never dimmed. And then she disappeared. No final performance. No dramatic farewell. Just, gone. There were whispers. Rumors. Is she writing her memoirs in peace? Is she quietly enjoying the last chapter of her life far from the public eye? Or, has she already said her goodbye without saying a word? There's no official statement. No confirmed news. Just a growing silence. But here's what we do know. Whether she ever steps on stage again or not, Dame Maggie Smith changed lives. She taught us that strength doesn't always shout. That grace can be fierce. That true beauty doesn't fade, it transforms. She fought battles no one saw. She gave performances that moved nations. She gave us her soul, without ever asking for applause. And if this is truly her last curtain call, then we stand, all of us, and we applaud. Not for the roles. Not for the awards. But for the woman who showed us what it really means to live. Thank you, Dame Maggie. From America. From the world. From every child who believed in magic because of you. And from every heart that carries your voice forever. This isn't goodbye. It's just, see you in the next story.